Chris Brintle. Chris Brintle.
You're next. News Talk 1270 KIML.
What am I next for?
Well, no, that's it's not you're
Like,
next. I mean, that's what you're supposed to say. You're next.
Next for like a bouquet catching or
Well, I don't know.
a lashing or two, which I don't mind that. I'm into that.
Yeah, well, the bouquet catching, I don't think that's really. I think you're supposed to catch the garter. I don't know why.
Nah, I don't want to catch the garter. I want to catch the bouquet because it's pretty.
Well, yeah, and then you can give it to some lady, and then she can think she's going to get married next.
No.
I don't know.
I'm going to keep the bouquet. DC, you stop ruining my wedding dreams, okay? I'm keeping the bouquet because I like the pretty flowers.
Okay.
And nobody's getting the bouquet.
Okay.
I'll pretend, though, like I'm going to let her have the bouquet, but then keep it myself the next morning.
You know, it's been so many years since I've been to a wedding. I don't even remember most of the traditions.
You watch them get married, then you drink.
Yeah, that's
till oblivion.
That's pretty much it. Unless you're unless you're a member of the wedding party. I think one of the last weddings I went to, I was the best man. Which, please, no one ever asked me to be the best man.
Oh.
There's so much stuff involved with doing that, and I wasn't very good at it. I was a lot younger. I didn't really have very good event planning skills, so I didn't think ahead for the bachelor party, for instance.
Oh, I was a jerk, apparently. Some of my friends thought I was a jerk because my buddies wanted me to be the best man. One of my buddies from Philadelphia, we went to college together, and he said, Chris, you'll probably be my best man. I said, don't ask me ever. Probably not. I probably won't go to the wedding. I guess that's a jerk thing to say.
Now,
I'm just being honest with them.
Yeah. See, that's why you don't make friends.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Don't make good enough friends to where, one, you have to be their best man, and two, you got to help them move.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing either of those two things. I will not help you move.
I barely help myself move.
Right. I usually just throw stuff away.
When I moved out here, everything except for what fit in my car, I sold. Furniture, TV, everything.
That's the way to do it.
I think I had a small TV, like a 32-inch flat screen. I still have that TV, by the way. And so I had a TV, but everything besides my clothing and dishes and stuff like that, everything else went.
How much you want for that TV? Do you use it?
Yeah, I still
use it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought it was like something you just had.
It's a second TV. Yeah, it's a good TV. I mean, it served me well. It's a very nice 32-inch flat screen, but it's a small one. What a weird world we live in now that 32 inches is a small TV.
One, exactly.
My living room TV is only 40 inches, and it kind of looks a little small.
I'm just saying, I would pay $50 for that TV and some fingernail clippings.
I'll have to pass. I can show you where
you want scabs too.
I can show you where online to look for people selling TVs. You could probably get one for $50.
You got quite a few scabs. What if we threw that in the mix?
I have enough of my own. My skin is very dry. Apparently, my lungs are very dry today too.
If you want to give me scabs for free, I'd be okay with that.
I think I'll pass on that too. Okay, I saw an article today, and this is an article on Breitbart today. It's actually by one of my favorite writers, a guy named Milo Yiannopoulos. He's a British guy, and he's certainly not afraid to say things that would offend people. We'll just say he's very very non-politically correct. So he has an article today. The title says everything. Animals that aren't delicious or useful deserve to be extinct. And it's very anti-panda, which actually makes me think, what's the most useless animal on Earth?
Pandas.
See, I'm inclined to think of pandas because he actually cites a guy named Jim Treacher, who writes articles for, let's see, Daily Caller, and a couple other websites, but he's mainly Daily Caller guy. He's studied this for a while, and he's done such articles as pandas do not have personalities. Pandas fakes pregnancy because pandas are evil liars. I actually saw that story a while back. A panda faked a pregnancy to get extra food from her handlers.
What's her deal?
Scientists prove it. Pandas are morons. Pandas are violent monsters and must be destroyed. And of course, the article to end all articles: all pandas must die. They really are. They might be the most useless animal in the world. For one thing, and it's pointed out several times that they've kind of gone down an evolutionary dead end. They've evolved into this animal that can't even reproduce properly without help. That's why when you turn on the news and a panda cub is born at a zoo, or like this past weekend when a twins are born at a zoo, it's big news because these things do not reproduce in the wild. You never see people saying all rabbits must die.
Well, they're so cute and cuddly.
And they're everywhere. Rabbits have no problems with reproducing or eating or finding food.
Right.
Pandas, they eat one food and they can't reproduce. They're useless.
I can't believe, DC, that you're going to talk about this article and these Hitlers, okay, these Nazis wanting to get rid of the pandas.
It's a panda holocaust.
Pandas must die. What, they're not smart enough to live now? It's a panda holocaust, DC, and you're perpetuating it. And this guy is a fascist, and he should be ashamed of himself, and really, he should be stopped.
Okay, well, there's room to disagree on pandas.
Right. Are they tasty, though?
No.
Because if they're tasty, I'll eat
them. No, they're completely useless. I think there's probably not even any good meat on a panda. It probably spoils as soon as the animal dies.
Probably.
It's probably already spoiled. They don't really do much. They just kind of lay around. So you think it would be soft meat, but I bet you anything it spoils immediately. Okay, so you don't think pandas should be eliminated. What about mosquitoes? We've spent the last 100 years trying to eliminate all the mosquitoes on Earth.
I think.
Is there anything good about mosquitoes?
I think I want mosquitoes eliminated and cats. That's where I stand.
Oh, now see,
we have more issues with cats in this world than we do pandas and mosquitoes.
So you're not a cat guy.
No.
See cats come.
Oh, no. See, I love cat. They're delicious.
Oh, okay. But you want to eat them all. You don't want to just kill them for no reason.
I want some nice cat stew, some cat stir fry.
So if
cat burger.
If you're killing for food, it's acceptable.
Of course.
Okay, so
or just with cats, just kill them to leave them lay.
What about
that's acceptable with cats?
What about crickets? Crickets
useless.
Are useless. Crickets
and they make
those
annoying noises.
Yeah. Seriously, shut up. Penguins are useless.
But penguins are cool, and they
don't do anything. I mean, they can't fly. They're a bird that can't fly.
But one of the best villains of all time was because of a penguin.
Well, that is true. But that's a human being, though.
I know.
That's a human being. So it takes a human.
No, he was half penguin.
Well, was he half penguin? I thought he was just deformed.
He was deformed, but yeah, I'm going to call him half penguin because it's way cooler.
Yeah, I don't think that's genetically possible.
It is. Oh, it is. There's man pigs, and there's man penguins, and there's mermaids.
Well, centaurs.
I spent a couple Saturdays with a couple mermaids.
Have you ever seen a centaur?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I was just wondering because I've never seen one either. I've heard centaurs exist, but I've never seen one.
Mermaids are very fishy.
Yeah, I think I'd have to pass on that.
Smells down there.
Yeah, well, they're fish. Okay, finally, and this article makes a good case for goldfish.
Oh, useless.
See,
absolutely useless.
I think goldfish are in the same category as pandas. If you would leave them alone, they wouldn't they wouldn't survive. I mean,
Why don't we just leave them alone? Then they die off.
yeah, they'd be floating belly up within minutes because that's what goldfish do. The goldfish take constant work to keep them from dying. Same thing with pandas. They eat one food. They can't reproduce. They have absolutely no use in this earth. Let's take a call real quick. News Talk 1270. You're on the air.
Okay, you have to add to your list liberals and especially vegetarians and hippies.
Well, if we're gonna put classes of people on there, they'd be at the top of the list.
Well, yeah, but I mean they're not people; they're all animals.
Well,
Well,
you
got to follow their line of reasoning. If people are just animals, then
Well, we are part of the ecosystem, and those Toyota Priuses do have very toxic batteries. It would help the environment.
Well, I think that's the other thing. Once we run out of vegetarians and hippies and liberals to eat, we need to start eating some of the electric cars.
Well, I mean, the battery part, I'll take the leather interior. It's almost kind of like food.
Well, lithium is a very good mineral. I mean, they give it to people that are depressed all the time. So we'd all be a bunch of really happy, sated animals.
I don't know if it's the same kind of lithium. That's a good suggestion, though. I think we should put that on the list.
There you go.
Hey, thanks a lot for the call. Yeah, we can put the tree huggers at the top of the list. But they'd be there with the pandas. So we could have them and the pandas, and they could go down together, so to speak.
I want to add to the list. I don't have a problem with the list, though, but I want to add to it. Neocons, war pigs.
See, now, what is a war pig an animal that you can eat?
It's war bacon.
Well,
having some war bacon.
You know, I mean, a nice tenderloin, war tenderloin.
War pig would be like Chris Christie.
It'd be very smoky.
War pig.
Kind of burnt a little bit.
That was a hack joke.
Chart.
That was a hack fat joke I just made.
You know, there'd be a lot of marbling on that one. Okay, what do we have going on in sports?
Well, we have Cowboy football and national news.
Okay, we'll be right back. Trust me, the next segment won't be half as silly. It'll still be silly, but not half as silly. Okay, we'll be right back.
For interviews, host blogs, and more, check out Basin Radio Network on Facebook. Don Carpenter on News Talk 1270 KIML.